File is your most authoritative news analysis platform, and here on Newsfile we put Ghana first, as always. I know it's a morning where you're expecting, call it fireworks, but how long can we continue in this state? Last week I spoke to you about Ghanaian students abroad in the hundreds, in the UK, in the US, who have had their studentship revoked. Their visas are being revoked. Their landlords are ejecting them, and they have a difficulty struggling to survive. They have 20 hours giving them to be able to work and to make, some money. They are unable to do so because you can't find the jobs. People would rather give the jobs to permanent, employees rather than give it to, people who do it on this part-time sort of basis, ad hoc basis. So they are in difficulty. I'm sure you have heard further about their stories, that in excess of over 24 of them have completely lost their status in the UK to continue as students. They are owed stipends for as long as 30 plus months. This country selected them as the brilliant students, at least a good majority of them, to go and study, take advantage of a scholarship and be better, kids, grow up and to help this country. But this is what they find themselves in. We send them there, and for over 30 months, they have not been paid their stipends, and yet we expect them to survive. Part of what they receive, they pay rent. We haven't done that. Some have not been paid their stipend for over 20 months, 18 months. Some have lost their studentship and then got an emergency situation of a rescue, and then they went back to school. It cannot continue like that. Now, as we speak, some have barely 2 weeks, and they will have to be deported back to Ghana. They are in America, they are in the UK as well. Mr. President, please make a quick intervention. And I mentioned to you that I'll mention to you also about twin trouble lost in Paris. This country is getting troubles that I believe the best way to begin to solve these problems is to start the change with our children. This is a 10-year-old mind actually started writing this book at 9. Imagine, children, they are impressionistic. They have images in their minds. And she read, took her time, did it. Her parents gave her guidance, and then she wrote a book. Yes, she wrote a book. This is the book. I believe that the way to get our country out of the circumstances we find ourselves, mediocrity, no ethics, no principles, quick fixes people are looking for, and they get into all sorts of trouble, is to nurture our children to love to read and to grow in that kind of nurturing. Find it on Amazon. Look for it. Just type Twin Trouble Lost in Paris and you find it. I was surprised to see, I was intrigued to see Sir Sam Jonah, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana, and many other big people in this country go to the launch of the book. So I started looking for it. The Chief of Staff was also there. I started looking for it, and I got a copy. Immediately I got it. I've got 3 boys. I set them to read it within 1 day. And one read, handed to the next, one read, handed to the next. By close of day, they were done. And I asked them to write, their summaries and lessons out of it. And they all did it. One of the significant lessons they wrote from the book, almost all of them, was that it is good for a family to be together. It is good to show sympathy. I recommend it to you. This is by Lady Megan Amwa, a 10-year-old who has been encouraged by the parents to do this. And we must encourage our children to read. The more they read, the more they learn how to be principled and to know that quick fixes are not the best. The more they know that they can compete anywhere in the world. This is my take. I'll be right back.